What up? It's your boy Carlo back at it again. So, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the personal capital, wealth management, financial advisory. So, personal capital, it has risen to become one of the most popular financial platforms available, and it's one of two things. One, it's the free financial dashboard that calculates and tabulates all your bank, investments, and assets all in one. And number two, is the wealth management service to manage all your investment portfolio. As I was saying, I'll be talking about the wealth management service that they provide and my personal experience with working with the wealth management team at Personal Capital. If you would like to watch my video on the free financial dashboard, I'll leave a link in the description down below. And if you do have any questions about it, you could go find it out in that video. I did have a review with one of the advisors from Personal Capital. I'll just keep it short for PC, who reached out to me. So I set up a free appointment with one of the advisors through the dashboard. But before I begin, Personal Capital is a wealth management service, and sometimes they get confused with being a robo-advisor, which isn't entirely true. They use automated investing tools blended with a strong element of active human management. So this puts them in between a traditional human advisor as well as robo-advisors. So at the first initial phone interview, one of the PC advisors will start determining your risk tolerance by asking you about your investment goals, your time horizons, your 5-year plan, your 10-year plan, whether it be buying a house, having kids, or starting up a new business. They basically ask you these questions to customize and tailor a portfolio based on your needs, which adds like a little personal touch to it. And they also use modern portfolio theory, short for MPT. And basically, MPT is investing in multiple asset classes for proper diversification to maintain optimal target asset allocation. The portfolio is constructed of different asset classes, whether it be US stock, US bonds, international stock, international bonds. They also use alternative investments such as real estate, energy, gold, and cash. So when they call you, they'll introduce themselves. Hello, my name is so and so from PC. I'm a financial advisor. And they'll tell you about their service and their platform. So Personal Capital is more so a data-driven wealth management company, which provides a team of financial advisors who are a fiduciary to you. The dashboard application tracks your entire financial life, which stores all your accounts in one place. So you see everything all in one. PC Advisors is kind of like a PowerPoint presentation. And when they're going over everything with you, they first start off on one of the first slides right over here, who they are as a company. So obviously they're pretty well known. They have over $10 billion of assets managed, over 21,000 clients, and with a retention rate of 90%, 96% of clients that they keep. And there's a whole bunch of people using this free financial dashboard. So you should definitely look into this one. And as I was saying earlier, they're at the initial phone interview, they ask you about your goals, your time horizons, your balance sheets, and your cash flow. So basically, they want to get a knowledge of who you are as a person, what your goals are, what you plan to do, and get an idea of how much money you make and your expenses to see exactly how to customize and tailor a investment portfolio just for you. Right over here, it's your current allocation. So they're going to analyze your total investment portfolio, and then they're going to ask you a series of questions such as where are you more overweighted in your portfolio. So if you look over here overweighted in consumer cyclical as well as technology. And which are you underweighted? Pretty much mid cap and small cap. And basically just a breakdown of statistics just to give you better understanding of your current portfolio and how they could better balance the portfolio. So which is pretty cool. The next part, they try to help you understand that having a high cash position in your investment portfolio isn't good because high cash decreases your dollar value because inflation is around 2 to 3%. And keeping a high cash position in your investment portfolio, you'll lose out on dividends as well as interest, which keeping a high cash position in whether it be in CDs, your savings account, saving debit account, banks, they only give you around 0.03 to 1.5 to 2%, which at the end of the day is still less than the rate of inflation. So the graph just basically breaks it down, keeping high cash, not putting your money to work. So the next part is the recommended asset allocation. And the asset classes are basically based on your age, your risk profile, your financial situation, and they recommend it based by percentages: US stock, international stocks, alternatives, bonds, international bonds, as well as cash. But if you increase your risk, you'll increase the reward and you increase the volatility. But if you decrease your risk, meaning you're going in safer investments, you'll decrease the volatility as well. But breaking it down even further, they break it down by sub-asset classes. So as you see here, it says diversification may reduce risk over time to help you reach your goals. So stocks, 86%, alternatives. What I really like about personal capital is the use of alternatives. So if you break it down right over here, you see US real estate, international real estate, gold, energy, and food and metals. So that definitely gives you like a hedge against, the volatility of just being solely invested in like the US market and international market, but at least you'll have more of a cushion. And then also bonds, they have a pretty well diverse set of bonds that they invest in: US government, international bonds, corporate, as well as tips. So in this slide right over here, it's smart weighting and style sector. So style sector is broken down into mega cap, large cap, mid cap, and small cap. And if you see based on what's listed down below, core is basically a mixture of growth and value. Growth is primarily capital appreciation, and value is more safe, so it doesn't appreciate as much, but they do provide you dividends. And personal capital's investment philosophy is smart weighting, which is equally across all sectors. So they target equal weight between mega and large cap. So you see over here, and they do equal weight targeting between mid cap as well as small cap. So in essence, this is to provide more of a balanced and less volatile investment portfolio, which is supposed to do better than the S&P 500 via their backtesting. One of the things that I really liked about personal capital and working with the advisor was the explanation of traditional indexing. Most indexes are market cap weighted, so it shows the signs of weakness in the index. Indexes aren't really fully balanced because of their price and market cap of each individual stock within that index. So for example, say FANG stocks, Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, Google took a big hit, the S&P 500 would drop a lot since it makes up most of that index. So a lot of indexes have bubbles within them. So they were basically breaking down based on year how much the technology sector made up the S&P 500, versus the financial sector and how much it made up by year. So there'd be a big drawdown if the technology sector or financial sector, so within different indexes, there is certain bubbles. So that's where the smart weighting comes into play to help increase the gain and decrease the volatility. So as I was saying earlier, smart weighting. So smart weighting, the main objective is to provide more diversification for more exposure against growth, value stocks, economic sectors, as well as industry sectors. And Personal Capital provides a variation of 15 different ETFs in which they invest and 60 individual stock which they invest in to make a total of 75 different investments to make a smart weighted portfolio customized just for you. So they did some back testing and it shows that through 1990 to 2019, the smart weighting averaged better than the S&P 500. So based on their theory of smart weighting, it will increase an annualized, better annualized return and decrease the standard deviation. So also what the wealth management will provide from Personal Capital is disciplined rebalancing. And basically what this is, it's selling a position when it's overweighted, selling a position when the appreciation of it increases the risk, and it removes the emotions from trading. That's where their data-driven algorithm as well as their robo-advisors kind of come into play. And basically rebalancing can add up to 0.3 annually while reducing your risk. The next part is the tax management process. So as I was saying earlier, Personal Capital invests in 15 different ETFs which are more tax efficient versus mutual funds. Personal Capital does not invest in any mutual funds because they are more tax inefficient due to the capital gains, interest, and dividends. Personal Capital also uses your tax deferred accounts for income generating assets such as dividends, bonds, high value stocks, real estate investment trusts, as well as high yields. And they also use your taxable accounts for capital gain generating investments, which will allow for the best tax efficiency for your overall total portfolio. And with ongoing tax loss harvesting, it will offset the taxable gains and at the end optimize your taxes. And with their tax management process, it can result in 1% savings annually and 1% over many periods of investing, many years, can add up. The different investment services that they provide you is a 401k recommendation available upon your request, access to an advisory team, so multiple people who you could call and contact if you have a question in regards to your investment portfolio, award-winning financial dashboard, which is 100% totally free, financial planning, whether it be estate planning, 529 planning, preparing to buy a house, preparing for college, retirement, rebalancing to ensure optimal portfolio, and tax efficient. One of the reasons why I chose to have Personal Capital manage my investment portfolio is because their investment committee. So I did my due diligence, did my research on each and every individual. So obviously they've been in the game for quite a while, and it's not just one sole person to dictate how the investments are to go and what specific individual stocks are to be utilized. Also, they have a team of experts. So team of experts meaning they're from Fisher Investments, Merrill Lynch, Intuit, as well as PayPal. So the committee is made up of the father of modern portfolio theory, one of the financial committees that managed the Stanford Endowment Fund, which had $20 billion under assets managed, UCLA of Behavior Finance, and a SEC committee under George Bush. So basically, when you're investing in a wealth management team, you want to invest with the best, and definitely with the committee as well as a team of experts. This is what you're basically getting. So that's a main reason why I chose to invest with Personal Capital. And just breaking down their fee structure, to invest with Personal Capital, you have to at least have $100,000. So breaking it down, 0.89% from 100 to $1 million of assets managed, and the more assets managed, the cheaper it is. There's no account fees, as you could see right over here. And the different account types that they do manage for you is your taxable accounts as well as your tax deferred. And as I went over, rebalancing, tax loss harvesting, and let's see, right over here. So right on their website, it just has more so what they provide you based on the amount that you invest with them. And you can check it out on their website. But overall, definitely something to check out. I'll drop my link down below. So if you do decide to sign up with Personal Capital, please use my affiliate link. Definitely just going to help me provide and do research and provide you guys more value, more content. So thank you for watching the video. Please hit that subscribe button down below, and we'll see you next time. Peace.